Happy Monday, everybody. Guess what? Restock is on Friday. So in the next 5 days, I will be working like a powerhouse because this restock is pretty big. Now, not only is it my Halloween themed restock, but it's also the other half of all of my Denver Gem Show exclusive inventory. Basically, every single crystal that's going to be in Friday's restock, I sourced at the Denver Gem Show. First half of that inventory was last restock, so the second batch this Friday, October 17th. If you're watching this video right now, the restock is already live. But the first thing that we have to do for this restock is empty out these shelves. So everything that was left over from last restock, I think we're just gonna bump it up to the top shelf. So we have the middle ones free for all of the new Halloween inventory. The shelves right behind me, all of the new inventory always goes right here. So the first step before every single restock is clearing these shelves. So I am gonna go do that, BRB. Look at how flashy this like pink, kind of rose gold labradorite is. I really can't believe that it's still here. This one is also left over from last restock, and oh my goodness, I don't know how. Alrighty, sorry it's kind of dark in here today, but the top shelf is now filled with all of the older inventory, and these two are going to be filled with the brand new Halloween restock items. I did leave a couple items just because, I don't know, I don't think these things have to move, and I'm just going to add some more Shivas to this little bowl. So now it is restock time. I need to upload and photograph all of these items, and then I have a very special surprise that's going to go in that cauldron, so definitely stay tuned. I will be a photographer for the rest of the day with my very boring setup that I promise I will spruce up as soon as possible. I have all of my labels ready. Let's take some pictures. These Yeulandites are so cool. This one's my favorite because it's like the most peachy, pinky one that I think I have. I am obsessed. Okay, the next batch I'm going to photograph are the Moroccan white halites and then some ruby infusionite and golden healer palm stones. Some of them do have pyrite inclusions. And then I'm going to do some of the larger freeforms. Sea jasper, polychrome, some carnelian, and then some cool one-of-a-kind pieces. So this is what we have so far. I did a lot of the statement pieces, the palm stones, a couple little things. And then some specimens like the Yeulandites and the white halites, and I'm pretty sure all those items are going to stay where they are. I really hope this restock fits here. Not sure if it's going to though. And now the next round of photos is going to be all of the sea jasper, all of these spheres, the lovely, lovely, and very unique carnelian pieces that I picked out in Denver, the fluorite towers, some one-of-a-kind pieces, very large Kambaba jasper, and then all of the super, super tiny yet really high quality rutile and quartz pieces as well. Guys, I am loving these tiny little golden rutiles from Brazil so much because look at that puffball in there. Oh my gosh. The quality is so good, but they are so super tiny, so you can get some high quality pieces of golden rutile for under $10. I'm pretty sure they're all under 10. Other than the gold ones, there are some red ones, which is copper rutile, black ones, which is black tourmaline, and then there's my favorite category, which is the garden quartz. Look at the clarity in this piece. It's giving Christmas. Alrighty, this is what we're looking like. Finished the spheres, lots of polished pieces. And now I'm about to photograph all of the Bumblebee Jasper Shivas. Guys, these are so nice. I've never seen Bumblebee Jasper in Shiva form, but the quality of these is terrific. And then I'm going to be moving on to all of the Condor agates and all of the flames from Madagascar. We have tons of carnelian and sea jasper. I already started putting a couple items over here because I just know it's not all gonna fit. But we have the huge Uruguayan amethyst heart and all of these super, super green spheres from Madagascar. These are green fluorite. It's getting super late, but thankfully I finished photographing every single piece for this huge Halloween restock. It did not all fit on these shelves. Look at these agates. They're all so good. Those are Condor agates from Argentina. But anyway, like I said, it did not fit on those two shelves. So I had to make my way over here for the Megalodon teeth, the garnet and chrome diopside slices, epidote, and quartz. All of the sea jasper flames, they are so good. Florent, the heart, and then the bumblebee Jasper. But I now have to go upload every single one of those pictures that I just took. Guys, I am obsessed with this inventory. Like, are we seeing this? The rutile towers, the carnelian. Oh my gosh. Got the big pieces up here. I'm definitely gonna do like one big overview at the end of this video. But the photography is done. So I actually just brought some pieces outside because they just always look so much better in the sunlight. And the sunlight really does not come into my workroom like at all. I love this sphere. One, because this bullseye on top, but the banding and the cords, beautiful. This one though, I think I love it 10 times more because of all the moss. Excuse me? You know that you're not allowed in here, and you'll do anything to be in here. Okay, so today's agenda is making the Halloween crystal confetti, and I really want to put it in my big cauldron, but that is taken up by all of the like freebie candy that I give out, so we're going to transport the candy into this bin and then put the confetti in this bin. Yes. I bought some lollipops and then a couple bags of goodies. These are like all of my favorite candies, so if you don't get any in an order, it's because I ate it all. But I'm just kidding. I got enough for all of us. This looks so good. We are stocked up on candy for, hopefully, a while. So, oh my goodness, heavy. That is done. And now we have to make our Halloween confetti. There's honestly a bunch going into it, so I have a bunch of little pumpkins, little bat carvings, which are so adorable, little labradorite, like pebbles slash palm stones, lepidolite spheres, dragon blood spheres, obsidian spheres, lots and lots of inclusion quartz towers. Some of them are garden quartz. A lot of them have like really cool phantoms like this one. Some of them even have rutile. We have a bunch of mini carvings, moons, hearts, mushrooms, Lemurian quartz, unakite. There's some green jade in there, some amber and carnelian in there. Let's make some Halloween crystal confetti for tomorrow's Halloween restock. The confetti is gonna come in these little cute, adorable little cauldrons. Oh, I realized that I don't have a scooper, but that's coming from Amazon tomorrow. So once I have the scooper, I'm going to scoop into these little cauldrons, and that's what you'll get. So it's basically a big mystery crystal scoop. But disclaimer, just for a little example, I will make sure that like everybody gets at least one Halloween themed carving. I'm gonna make sure that everyone at least gets one sphere, one Lemurian quartz. You get the hint. The scoops will be a complete mystery, but obviously I'm gonna get to see the scoop right after it's scooped. And if it's a bad scoop, guys, I'm gonna make you a good one. Oh, but also I know not everybody really wants the cauldron, so if you just want the scoop, definitely just leave me a note at checkout or email me. I'll get you your scoop in a little baggie. I don't have to give you the cauldron, you know, if you're just gonna throw it out. If you don't like it, let me know, because we don't want to be wasteful over here. Happy Friday, or should I say happy restock day? I am so excited. As you guys know, everything is like spooky themed, orange, green, purple, you know, Halloween. I also had to get some new nails to match the vibe. They look black, but they're dark brown. The Winnie the Pooh ones were very cute, but not so much spooky season. As we're speaking, restock is in like 20-ish minutes. All of these beautiful, beautiful babies behind me. And as always, during every single restock, I am just a nervous wreck. Terrified that nobody's gonna like it and nobody's gonna be there. Because that's what happens every single time. I need a haircut. Horribly. I do want to show you guys a quick overview over on the website. I'm gonna set a goal for myself. I really, really, really think that we can accomplish 100 orders for this restock. I think it's big enough, and I also think it is beautiful enough. And guys, yesterday was the day from literal hell. So if we could just get 100 orders today and I can reach my goal, I will feel a whole lot better. My precious little Luna girl had to get emergency surgery yesterday on her bladder. She had very, very big bladder stones and couldn't go to the bathroom. Some of you may know Luna from my videos years ago. She is my baby, my sweet little puppy dog. But when I bought her, I lived with my grandparents at the time, and when I moved out, they literally cried and begged me to keep her. They just love her so much, and honestly, she loved them a lot more than she loved me for some reason. She got very, very attached to my grandparents. When I moved out and they were very upset, they didn't want me to take the dog. Didn't matter that I was leaving. I'm just kidding. But I said, you know what, fine. I didn't want to break their hearts like that, so I said, you guys can keep her, of course. I go over their house multiple times a week, so I get to see her whenever I want. But anyway, yesterday, very, very early in the morning, I had to rush her to surgery once the vet called me back. And then after that whole fiasco, I came home and found one of my baby chickens, not doing so well. I have 13 chickens, but 10 of them are only 8 weeks old. And every time I go outside, I count them to make sure they're all there. And I only counted 9, so I was like, where is my little baby? And I found her kind of in the corner of the coop sleeping, but standing. She didn't look right and she couldn't really walk. My theory is that everyone slept huddled together last night and she got kicked out of the huddle and got too cold. I don't know. So I brought her inside. She slept in my sweatshirt for an hour. She was eating and drinking out of my hand. I gave her some vitamins. And then I turned the heat on in my bathroom and put her in a box. And she slept there for 12 hours. And every time I checked on her, she was alive, but in the same spot, eyes closed. I kind of knew it was going to happen. She either got too cold or maybe she was just sick. If anyone here handles chickens at all, you guys know that they just don't make it sometimes for no reason. And unfortunately, when my boyfriend left for work this morning, he woke me up and broke the news that she was no longer with us. So yesterday and this morning were not the best days for me. And in the middle of that yesterday, my neighbor called me, the house behind me, and she was like, hey, your animals are in my yard. And I was like, what? I don't even know how they got there. But I had to spend an hour chasing chickens and ducks. And you guys know I am very, very, very pregnant, so that was not fun. Literally thought it was gonna send me into labor the way I was feeling afterwards. But anyways, looking forward to this restock is really what's keeping me in a good mood. I want to show you guys how everything looks on the website. Oh, but really quick, okay, I know I'm getting into my yap sessions, I apologize. But I have a very, 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 very special video call later. I'm going to be hand selecting some Mozambique agate freeforms and I am so excited. So I'll keep you guys updated on how that goes. So this is what the front page is looking like. The Halloween is definitely the first item because I'm so excited for that crystal confetti. Then we have all of the sea jasper spheres. You guys know my favorite one is definitely going to be the one with the most pink in it. But they're all super stunning, especially this rainbow one. There's tons of those, and all 3 of these ones have pink too. And then we hop right into the sea jasper spheres, and then the carnelian spheres. And they are all super funky. A couple of them have really good jersey pockets. They all have some cool banding. Some of them are really mossy, like this one. Let me show you. Hello. Of course, we have my giant baby with some green in it. Ooh, the Hewlandites, the one-of-a-kind heart. More sea jasper, of course. I've been stocking a lot of sea jasper lately and a lot of carnelian lately. Denver just really popped off with those two materials. Ooh, we have the very, very large purple statement sea jasper. The halides, ooh, more flames, but these ones are carnelian. Guys, when I say these pieces are so funky, I mean it. One-of-a-kind pieces, all of the rutiles. Gold ones, red ones, then some garden quartz and some black tourmaline, some little eggies, and some more spheres. Wow. Ooh, the Brazilian fluorides. Guys, look at the colors on those pieces. And they are so filled with some hidden rainbows. I did try my best to capture them in some photos that are also going to be attached to the listings. Now, these pieces are super sparkly. Unfortunately, you can't really tell in this lighting on the photographs on the computer, but they're very sparkly, especially this one right here, my favorite. Speaking of favorites, the calcites on amethyst this restock, insane. You guys seem to really love the red hematite and iron oxide quartz. I love them too, especially the sugar coated ones. Wow, this restock has a lot of pages. Here are the Linwood calcites, Shivas, gushers, ring holders. We have some of the Zambian citrine Shivas, Epidote quartz, and then all of the condor agates. Even more condor agates because they're all just so nice. Love this yellow one. For what these are as well, for being condor agates with great banding, they are very fairly priced, which I'm very happy about. Megalodon teeth, the garnet slices, and then this stuff is obviously from last restock. But oh boy, I'm so excited. Let's see, what time is it? 5:42. Oh my god, we have like a little over 10 minutes. Good morning, everybody. I have an order update. So we are at 1:53, but I did already have 21. Technically from the restock, there was, what's that? 132, I'm pretty sure. So thank you guys so very much. This was my last restock before baby comes, besides a jewelry restock, which is going to be on November 4th. It's pretty big, honestly. It's a lot of jewelry, all from the Denver Gem Show. But aside from the jewelry restock on the 4th, this was my last one. I might do like a Black Friday sale, but we're gonna have to see. Before we end this video, there are 4 orders that I had to do before the restock happened, so let's pack them up really quick. The first order is for Rose, and I have to reach all the way up here for one of the most beautiful and rainbow sea jasper spheres ever. This one really reminds me of a planet. Gonna pair her with a little plastic stand. Another piece of sea jasper on the top shelf. I am way too short. That would be this beautiful flame. Look at all of that baby blue chalcedony, and then all of the pink and red in the sea jasper. And then lastly, it is, ow, dark over here, but we have a bloodstone palm. Here's the one I picked. And I'm gonna pick out these 2 little freebies. We have a very light pink halite and a amethyst tower. Now we have an order for Stephanie, and Stephanie actually got 3 flower agate pink amethyst palms. One, this beauty, and then one more, yes, letter P. This one is stunning. And that is the entire order. So cute and pink. I'm gonna do a little mermaid coin shell as a freebie. This next order is for Tangerine, and they got my one and only really skinny and beautiful clear quartz tower from Brazil. And I actually have the perfect gift. I know that this is a very large gift, but look at the rainbow. This baby unfortunately does not really stand up by itself. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. So I did put it in the freebie section because it kind of just lays down. And now the last order we're going to do is for Sarah, starting off with a green banded calcite dish. So cute. And then we have kind of a very similar one, just a large round shape, but this one is satin spar. And I think this small yellow calcite would be the perfect gift for that order. Thank you, Sarah. Now I'm gonna get to packing all of the orders from the Halloween restock. Thank you guys so much again. I will see you all on November 4th for a very big all jewelry restock that you guys are not gonna wanna miss. There's pendants, rings, bracelets, kind of got everything, and I cannot wait to show you guys, so stay tuned. Make sure to hit that subscribe button, and I will see you guys on the next one.